The world was young, magic pulsed, 7 realms shimmered, each reflecting a leader's will. These were not mere presidents, kings, premiers. They were avatars of power, destiny etched on their brows. War was coming, not of tanks and treaties, but of firestorms and frozen wastelands. The old world was gone, forgotten. Only legends whispered of democracy, of peace. Now, Iron Fist ruled, or Burning Claw. The time for whispers was over. The age of heroes, of tyrants, had begun. From the frozen north he came. Vladimir, once called Putin, now bore a colder name. The Ice Warlord. Gone was the suit, the facade of diplomacy. In its place armor of ice, each plate a frozen tear of his enemies.
This world is weak, sentimental. I will teach it strength. I will bury it in snow so deep, it will beg for the warmth of my rule.
And with a sweep of his hand, blizzards rose, monstrous bears of ice lumbering at his command. Across an ocean of ages stood another figure. Joe, they once called him. Now, he was the keeper of time, his beard long and white as the glaciers he opposed. But his eyes burned with a cold fire, the knowledge of centuries. He did not command armies, not in the traditional sense. He merely raised his hand, and the battlefield froze. Soldiers, mid-charge, were locked in ice, expressions of terror forever etched.
Time is a weapon best wielded by those who understand its value and its cost.
The eastern sky pulsed red gold, a harbinger of the power that was about to be unleashed. The horizon glowed with an intensity that seemed to set the heavens ablaze, casting a surreal light over the land. It was as if the very fabric of reality was being torn apart by the sheer force of the energy emanating from the east. There, Xi Jinping, the Dragon Emperor, ascended his throne. His presence was commanding, an aura of invincibility surrounding him. The throne itself was a marvel, a testament to his unparalleled power and authority. It was not just a seat, but a symbol of his dominion over all realms, both mortal and mystical. But this was no earthly seat of power. The throne room was a place of wonder, filled with mystical elements that defied the laws of nature. It was a realm where the boundaries between reality and fantasy blurred, a place where the impossible became possible. This was a mountain forged of dragon scales, each scale a relic of a past conquest. The mountain stood as a monument to the Dragon Emperor's victories, a testament to his unyielding will and indomitable spirit. The scales glowed with an otherworldly light, each one telling a story of a vanquished foe, each one shimmering with the souls of conquered foes. These souls were not just trophies, but sources of power, fueling the Dragon Emperor's might. The faces of the fallen could be seen within the scales, their expressions frozen in eternal torment, a grim reminder of the price of defiance. He wore robes of molten gold, garments that seemed to flow like liquid fire. The robes were more than just clothing. They were a manifestation of his fiery spirit and unquenchable ambition. Each fold and crease shimmered with a brilliance that was almost blinding, a reflection of his inner power. His eyes, 2 embers burning with ancient wisdom and insatiable ambition, pierced through the very soul of anyone who dared to meet his gaze. They were windows to a mind that had seen countless battles and emerged victorious every time. The fire in his eyes was a testament to his relentless drive and unyielding determination.
The world will kneel before the might of the dragon. The proclamation echoed through the realms, a declaration of the Dragon Emperor's unchallenged supremacy. It was a statement of fact, not a mere boast, for his power was absolute, and his will unbreakable.
With a roar that shook the very foundations of the world, the Dragon Emperor unleashed his fury. The roar was not just a sound, but a force of nature, reverberating through the land and sky. It was a call to arms, a signal that the time for conquest had come. He unleashed a wave of fire, a torrent of flames that swept across the landscape with unstoppable force. The fire was a manifestation of his wrath, consuming everything in its path. It was a cleansing flame, purging the world of those who dared to oppose him, incinerating those who dared oppose his will. The flames left nothing but ashes in their wake, a stark reminder of the Dragon Emperor's might. His enemies were reduced to cinders, their defiance extinguished in an instant. The world had no choice but to bow before the Dragon Emperor, for his power was absolute and his reign eternal. From the heart of Europe, a beacon of light emerged. Emmanuel Macron, no longer a mere president, but the paladin of liberty, strode forth. His armor shone, not with cold steel, but with the warm, radiant glow of justice. He raised his shield, and it pulsed, repelling the encroaching darkness.
"There will be those who seek to rule through fear, through oppression," he declared, his voice ringing with the strength of his convictions. "But I stand against them, a shield for the downtrodden, a champion of the free."
Deep within a forest older than time, where the trees whispered secrets of ancient days and the air was thick with the scent of moss and earth, a transformation was about to unfold. King Charles III felt the earth shudder beneath his feet, a tremor that seemed to resonate with the very core of his being. It was as if the forest itself was awakening, responding to an ancient call. He was no longer a monarch bound by tradition and duty. The weight of the crown, the expectations of the court, all seemed to melt away as he shed his royal robes. Chains of obligation fell, replaced by a newfound freedom. He was the nature king, his flesh interwoven with bark and vine, a living embodiment of the forest's power. His skin was a tapestry of leaves and wood, his veins pulsing with the lifeblood of the earth. His eyes glowing with the emerald fire of the wilds, he could see the world in a way no human ever could. Every leaf, every blade of grass, every creature of the forest was a part of him, and he a part of them. With a roar that shook the trees, a sound that echoed through the valleys and over the mountains, he declared his presence. It was a roar of defiance, of power, of a king reclaiming his throne. He called upon the very forces of nature to do his bidding. The winds howled in response, the rivers surged with newfound strength, and the very ground beneath him seemed to pulse with energy. Roots broke through the earth, entangling armies that dared to invade his domain. These were no ordinary roots, but tendrils of ancient power, strong and unyielding, wrapping around legs and weapons, pulling invaders to the ground, while wolves and bears, their eyes burning with primal fury, surged forth at his command. These were his guardians, fierce and loyal, their strength unmatched, their ferocity a testament to the wild's untamed spirit. "This world is not yours to conquer," he boomed, his voice a thunderous declaration that left no room for doubt. It was a proclamation of sovereignty, a reminder of the ancient pact between man and nature. His voice echoing with the power of 1,000 storms, reverberating through the forest, carrying with it the weight of ages. It was a sound that demanded respect, that commanded attention. It is ours to protect. He stood tall, a guardian of the forest, a protector of the land. The trees, the animals, the very earth itself seemed to rally around him, ready to defend their home against any who would threaten it. From the war-torn plains, a new power surged. The land, once vibrant and full of life, now lay in ruins, a testament to the relentless onslaught of the dark forces. The skies, perpetually overcast, mirrored the despair that had settled over the hearts of the people. Yet in the midst of this desolation, a spark of hope ignited. Volodymyr Zelensky, no longer a president in hiding, but the Thunder Rebellion, rose to meet the encroaching darkness. His transformation was nothing short of miraculous. Once a leader bound by the constraints of politics, he now stood as a beacon of resistance, his very presence electrifying the battlefield. The people, inspired by his courage, rallied behind him, their spirits rekindled by his unwavering resolve. Clad in armor crackling with lightning, he brandished a blade that hummed with electric fury. This was no ordinary weapon. It was a symbol of their defiance, a testament to their unyielding spirit. Each strike of his blade sent ripples of energy through the air, a dazzling display of power that left the enemy forces in awe and fear. "They sought to break us," he declared, his voice a thunderclap that echoed across the land. His words were not just a rallying cry, they were a promise, a vow to stand firm against the tide of darkness. The sound of his voice, imbued with the power of the storm, resonated deeply within the hearts of his followers, fortifying their resolve. "But we are the storm! We are the lightning!" His proclamation was met with a chorus of cheers, the collective roar of a people united in their defiance. The stormy skies above seemed to respond to their fervor, bolts of lightning illuminating the battlefield in a breathtaking display of nature's fury. It was as if the very elements had joined their cause, lending their power to the rebellion. "And we will not be silenced." The defiant cry echoed through the ranks, a powerful affirmation of their unbreakable spirit. Each warrior, clad in armor that crackled with energy, stood tall and resolute, their eyes blazing with determination. They were more than just soldiers. They were the embodiment of hope, a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit. With a flash and a roar, he charged into the fray, his blade a beacon of defiance against the encroaching shadows. The battlefield erupted in a symphony of light and sound, the clash of steel and the crackle of lightning creating a mesmerizing spectacle. As he led the charge, his followers surged forward, their hearts and minds united in a singular purpose to reclaim their land and their freedom. The battle had only just begun, but with the Thunder Rebellion at the helm, victory seemed not just possible, but inevitable. In the secluded mountainous realm of the Hermit Kingdom, a chilling presence stirred. Kim Jong-un, now a specter cloaked in shadow, had become the dark tyrant, his silence more terrifying than any roar of defiance. His eyes, two pinpoints of malevolent red, burned through the darkness, watching, waiting. He commanded an army born of fear, their ranks composed of wraiths and specters, their touch draining the very life from the world. No boasts escaped his lips, only a chilling silence that spoke volumes of the horrors to come. The stage is set. 7 leaders, each a master of their domain, clash in a battle for supremacy. Will the Ice Warlord encase the world in eternal winter? Can the Keeper of Time outmaneuver his foes? Will the Dragon Emperor reduce all to ash? The fate of the world hangs in the balance. Who will emerge victorious? You decide. Comment below with your favorite leader and share this epic showdown with your friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales of magic, power, and